Alright, so I think this is about the right time to announce this. I am going to review a Steven Spielberg movie every single month. Now, I do have some caveats to that, so let's just state those very clearly. The Indiana Jones movies will not be included, just because I've already done reviews on those before the fifth one came out, and I already said what I need to say about those in videos. The first two Jurassic Park movies will not be included because, again, I've already reviewed those before Jurassic World Dominion came out. So, yeah, everything else is fair game. There's a couple other ones I did videos on already, like the Fablemans, but I want to do updated reviews for. And so now, that's where we are. So, every single month you will get a new Steven Spielberg movie. Yeah, and they have to be movies he fully directed. I know with Spielberg, he has such a massive catalog of movies. He has 34 movies in total, but there's a lot of movies that have confusing factors with him. Like, oh, he didn't really direct Poltergeist; he just produced it. But there's always that fan theory that that theory that he directed it. Um, you know, Gremlins is another one, and Goonies get confused for being Spielberg movies when they're not. You have the Twilight Zone movie, which I probably will review towards the end of this review series, like probably the last review I do, just because it's not fully a Steven Spielberg movie. He did a segment on it, but I know there's some people who think he directed the whole thing, which no. So yeah, it's a whole confusing thing, but I'm just going to stick to the 34 movies he directed, which 6 of which I've already reviewed, so really there's only 28 more for me to review. Let's start with Duel. Duel is a great movie, and it's a very interesting movie. So if you don't know the story of this movie, this is Steven Spielberg's first movie, right? And it was just a TV movie. Spielberg had kind of got his start on TV, and a lot of people don't realize about that, but he really did. He was directing episodes of many shows, and he, made a lot of his own home movies as a kid, and so he was a very creative guy from the very beginning. So this is really a movie that is quite fascinating to watch because this movie, in some ways, feels like someone's first movie. Like, it feels very student film and just this tone and vibe. But also it doesn't at all. The ingenuity of the direction, the choices that are made within this movie feel like someone who's had tons of experience in the industry, and it just shows how good of a director and eye for things Spielberg has. I mean, just little things, little touches he does and adds to this movie about how the truck he chose that looked like it had a face on it, and just all these unique things that he did to really make the atmosphere of this movie work. This is a crazy movie because it's only an hour and 30 minutes, but it's very simple, but it's incredibly fucking effective. Essentially, this guy is on the road, he's going somewhere, he realizes this fucking truck's following him, and he doesn't really know if it's actually following him or it's just imagination. From there, it's just this long chase of fucking paranoia with you not really knowing what the deal is with this person, and then not even really getting to see the guy's face until, at a certain point in the movie. It is really well directed. It has some great cinematography at many moments, and it's just insanely, engaging. Like, you're just transfixed by it when you watch it. This is a movie that the moment you start it, this isn't a movie that you ever really could start and fall asleep to, or could pause, come back to tomorrow. There's some movies you can do that. This is not one of those. This is one where you're just transfixed by it from moment one, and it just never lets up till the very end of the movie. It is a great movie that is shockingly pretty well discussed. There are some decent reviews for this movie on YouTube, but some of other Spielberg's movies don't really have a ton of those. So we'll talk about this one more, his other film, next. But yeah, this is a great movie. If you have not seen this movie, highly recommend this one. It is a great classic.